Hi guys, this is Becky Smith, your immunology instructor for this quarter. I'm also the MLT program coordinator from the Rasmussen Green Bay campus. I want to take some time today to go over the expectations of the immunology course this quarter. All right, the things that I'd like to review include reviewing the course assignments for the quarter, looking at your laboratory reports, your written assignments, the review materials you can use, and the exams, quizzes, and discussions you will have, along with your final project. All right, for written assignments and your lab reports, these are both to be completed in full by Sunday at midnight. And big hurrah here, APA formatting is not required for your laboratory reports. I know you guys have a lot on your plates. The majority of you have hematology 2 and immunology this quarter, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a break and allow you to just complete your laboratory worksheets and critical thinking questions with those labs without having to hand it in an APA format. But make sure that you cite your sources for pictures and directly copied information. Just because I say it doesn't need to be an APA formatted laboratory report, you still need to adhere to those types of citations that you need to give people credit where credit is due. You may have to do some internet research to find your answers, but please use your own words if you do so, and again, cite the information. For discussion, post, and reply, nothing new here if you've had me before. Sometimes I'll do a post first, which is where you can't see other people's posts until you post yours. Your first post is due Wednesday at midnight. Your reply post is due Saturday at noon. Make sure you have at least 5 or 6 good sentences and add new information. An example of a poor post where you're probably barely going to get a point is, "Great job, Joe. I really like the part where you talked about the antibodies. It was really interesting. Keep up the great work. I'll be sure to check your post next time because they're very interesting." As you can see, that was 5 sentences, but it doesn't really add any new information to the topic. If you're really struggling to find a post or something to talk about in your reply, you can always find additional testing for the topic that we're talking about and bring that to light and kind of add that to the discussion. Sometimes other people will be struggling too, and if you can add something new, it'll keep something going in another direction, which is always kind of fun. You will have online quizzes and lab quizzes. The online quizzes, I apologize, there is a typo here. They are proctored. Okay, then they're not timed. They're proctored but not timed. They will be from the prior week's material, so Module 2 quiz will be in the material from this week. Again, online quizzes are proctored. Now the lab quizzes is similar to some of them that you had in chemistry, where the lab adjunct will just give you a short quiz and go over it with you to review the material. It's kind of a great way to see how well you know the material before going into taking the quiz for that week. For your vaccine paper, this is what's going to be your final paper. You don't have to stand up and do a oral report or anything on it, but I do want you to write a paper digging into myths concerning vaccines. Some of the things you can go with are vaccines cause autism, vaccines aren't necessary anymore because the diseases are gone, babies are too fragile to get so many shots, and a vaccine can give me the disease it's supposed to prevent. So you can go in any direction with this. I don't have a specific set of things that you have to have per se. I want you to just go ahead and have fun with this paper and really look into some of the things that are out there. It should be 3 pages in length. That's 5 with the title and reference page or more. Use a minimum of 3 credible sources. I really recommend going out and using the online library to find some great journals that would have some articles on this. I do expect APA formatting for this. I need a reference page, and I do have a rubric included here. All of this information that you see is included in the bottom of Module 1 under the vaccine paper. 10 points will be for APA, 15 points grammar mechanics, 50 points for content, which covers one of the 4 subjects above, and 25 points for organization and flow. How easy is it to read? In addition to the study blue that you've had in the last 2 quarters, you can go back, you can add the immunology to your study blue backpack. I also will give you an outline each week that will cover the next week's quiz material, so you have something to kind of go by and review. And I will do the live exam review lectures or a pre-recorded exam review before each exam and before the final exam. There will be 3 exams total, week 4, week 7, and week 10. There will be a written final and a lab practical week 11 as well. You must get a 73% on both the lab practical and the written. And the written final is comprehensive of all the material from the course, so it's going to cover weeks or modules 1 through 10. And that concludes our section on reviewing what's in the immunology course.